G'day guys, Ben here. Welcome back to Living with BC. So this video is going to be all about my 12 monthly challenges for 2021. Last video, if anyone hasn't watched that, I spoke about 12 monthly challenges that I did a couple of years ago. I think it was around 2016-ish, about that. Blogged about my experience, and then this kind of formed, the idea of that sort of formed the idea for this YouTube channel. I will be doing other videos other than just my 12 monthly challenges, because that would obviously just be one video a month. But this is what we're going to talk about today. It's what I've decided to do, what months they're going to be done in. I don't know if that's sort of super important, but I've sort of set them out a certain way. And yeah, we'll go from there. If you guys can sort of pick up any inspiration and want to sort of copy it yourselves, maybe not exactly the challenges I do, they might not work for you, but something similar. They say it takes like 21 days to make or break a habit. So if you're looking at getting into something, challenge yourself. Check this out. Do you guys like this cardigan? I love it. I got this as a gift a couple of years ago, 2 years ago maybe. I love it. My old man would make fun of me. He'll probably be like, oh, do you want to like sit in your oak panelled study and smoke your pipe and sit in front of a fire and read Moby Dick? I'd be like, yes, actually, that sounds wonderful. Someone buy me a pipe and an oak panelled study and Moby Dick and a fire, and I will sit there and read it with my Schmick cardigan. It's super comfy too. Anyway, enough about that. 12 monthly challenges. So, first up is obviously January. I've decided to go dry for January. I know people do it, well, here in Australia, people do like Feb Fast, I think they call it. I don't know if that's everywhere, but Feb Fast. Premise of that being like December, usually with work Christmas parties, catching up with friends for Christmas. Then you've got Christmas itself, Boxing Day, extended family, blah, blah, blah. And then potentially even into January. Obviously there's New Year's Day is a bit of a write-off. And then if any friends or extended family or work colleagues sometimes push their Christmas celebrations into January. So then December and January both become relatively big drinking months. And so then Feb Fast comes about, where you sort of abstain from alcohol for the month of February. I imagine it also has something to do with the fact that February is a shorter month, so they don't have to go as long without it. Anyway, I've decided to do it in January. I'm not a huge drinker. Like I'll drink occasionally, I'll drink on celebrations, but over 2020, it kind of kicked me quite a bit, and I was drinking a lot more than normal. Nothing that I would look at as sort of dangerous levels, but enough for me to go, you know what, I'm going to put the brakes on here, and I'm going to cut out booze for the whole month of January. Into February. February, I have actually selected this because it is the shortest month. I'm not much of a runner, but I have decided to run a minimum of 1,500 meters, every single day, 1.5 Ks. With these sorts of ones, anything that I'm doing a distance on or something like that, or a certain amount of time or whatever, it's kind of minimum that number. So I'm running minimum 1.5K, but that also means it's 1.5K every day. So I don't go, if I'm feeling good one day and I sort of pass my 1.5K and I go to 2K or 3K, that doesn't carry over to the next day. I still have to run 1.5K the next day. I don't get to, run 4.5K one day and then skip the next 2 days to, because it evens out. It's like, that's not it. If I run over, then that's just bonus, but 1.5K run every single day. I might try and do times and try and get my pace faster and things like that, but we'll see how we go. March is going to be write 1,000 words every single day. I showed you guys my self-published novel in my last video. I won't bring it back again. You can have a look at that if you want. Anyone that's checked it out, thank you. I'm working on book 2 at the minute. And so I'm still writing every day, or almost every day, but I'm going to challenge myself to put 1,000 words on the paper. I know people will be like, oh, don't force the words out because they end up becoming rubbish. This is just a first draft. I'm just trying to get the first draft down. So as everyone knows, all first drafts are rubbish, but we'll see how we go. Writing 1,000 words every day. What is that, March? So we're looking at 31 days, so 31,000 words, hopefully, to get through by the end of that month. So hopefully I get that done. That'll be a huge chunk of my work in progress at the moment. April is going to be another exercisey strength one. I'm going to plank 5 minutes every day. I mean, I struggle to do 2 minutes, like 2 minutes and 1 second. I'm like, boom, done. I'm good. I'm happy with that. So 5 minutes for me is going to be a bit of a challenge. Hoping with all of these, it probably makes sense, but I'll say it anyway. With all of them, hopefully, like, you know, the beginning of the month is going to be a bit of a challenge, but by the end, hopefully I'm doing these things with relative ease. So 5 minutes of a plank every single day in that month. May is a bit of a funny one for me. I just kind of threw it in there to be a little bit easy, but I am not really into poetry, and I'm challenging myself to read poetry every single day for the month of May. I don't really know where to start, so this is why part of the reason why I'm making this video. If you guys know any poetry, if you know any poetry books, particularly if they're sort of just got some short little snippets, that'd be great. Throw a comment in the comment section and steer me in the right direction of what's poetry, what's, you know, even something, if it's a classic or if it's relatively modern, and you're like, this will be kind of right up your alley because it's not too hard to get through for someone who's not really interested in, I shouldn't say not interested in poetry. I haven't really tried poetry. So I don't want to start off on something that you might go, oh, that's definitely more of an intermediate or a real poetry lover would read that. Maybe give me some beginner ideas. That'd be great. But that's that challenge. June is 100 push-ups every single day. It'll probably start off with something like 5 sets of 20, and then hopefully sort of progress. By the end of the month, I'm going to be able to do 100 push-ups in a row, and go from there. Hopefully that will sort of incorporate into my workouts in general, but yeah, I'm just going to put that in there. July is another dry month, so dry July. That I think is a thing here in Australia. I know I changed, like I said to you guys at the beginning, I think it's Feb fast, but I'm doing it in January. Dry July, I'm pretty sure is a thing, at least here in Australia. Again, same kind of thing, doing a month with no alcohol. Pretty straightforward. Again, that doesn't mean that, like, you know, from February through to June, I'm gonna get wrecked every single day, or, you know, just go crazy on the terps or something like that. But it's just, I guess, clear things up, you know, don't touch it for the whole month, and hopefully sort of feel better. There's obviously, like, alcohol has its place, but it's not a bad thing to stay away from either. So August is going to be a month of eating plant-based. My wife is vegan, has been for 10 years, so she's pretty well versed in it. I'm not. I still eat cheese. I still, if we go out to a restaurant, I will eat meat products, animal products, something with dairy in it, that kind of thing. I'm not, you know, I don't have to be vegan because she is. But yeah, for that month, I'm gonna go vegan, plant-based. All my food, anything I eat is gonna be vegan for that whole month. So that's definitely a bit of a challenge for me. Even though she is vegan, it's still a bit of a challenge for me because I don't eat it myself. So it's still a bit of a rock, not a rock, a bit of like a rocky ground. A bit of a rock, what am I talking about? Bit of rocky ground to be completely vegan. You know, as it stands now, I do eat a lot of vegetarian or plant-based foods, but I've got the freedom to be omnivorous and then go like, oh, I just want to have a bit of bacon or some eggs or, you know, ham and cheese toasty. Brilliant stuff. Can't do it as a vegan. I know there's vegan products that like ham and cheese, but you know what I mean? Not real ham and cheese. I kind of just good old shaved ham and cheese sandwich. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for me. For the month of September, I'm going to meditate 10 minutes every day. I'm going to try and do this at the beginning of the day, sort of not long after I've woken up. Hopefully, you know, there's tons of research on meditation, you know, with mental clarity and focus, you know, helping with anxiety and depression, things like that. Just bringing you sort of like your mind back into itself kind of thing. I don't, like, if anyone's a meditation guru, like, I'm not, you know where I'm going, right? Like, so I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes every day. I'm going to make it a thing. I do sort of put on sleep meditations and things like that once in a while, going to bed. And I have done it outside of bedtime, not just a sleep meditation thing, but it's not a consistent thing for me. It's sort of here and there, not a huge thing. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to meditate 10 minutes every day. Like I said, hopefully sort of do it not long after I wake up. Bit of fresh air, maybe do it outside if it's not too cold. See how we go. All right, October, I am going to try and achieve 15 overhand pull-ups in a row. This is going to be like bash them out 1 to 15, off you go. For me, I know chin-ups and pull-ups are used relatively interchangeably. I usually say like chin-ups are kind of underhand this way and overhand this way. I know that's a bit funny. Anyway, yeah, 15 of them. Currently I could probably, in one go, super fresh, I could probably get about 5. The 6th one would be really sloppy. So I'm going for 15 strict pull-ups, really good form, by the end of the month. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's definitely going to be a challenge because I've never got close to that number. Like I said, 5, 6 is kind of my benchmark. And then I've sort of gone off and done other exercise things. And like everything, if you're not practicing it, you kind of lose that skill set. And so, yeah, hopefully get 15 by the end of the month. That's my challenge. Challenge for November is to swim 500 meters every day. I'm not setting a specific stroke. I'm not going to say I have to do it in freestyle. If I want to change up the stroke, that's cool. If I need to have a 2-minute break between each 100, that's cool too. Hopefully by the end, like I just said with the 15 overhand pull-ups for the month before, hopefully by the end of the month, I can then just bash out 500 meters or more with relative ease without having to stop. But I definitely know on day 1 and 2, and even beyond that, I'm going to have to take a couple breaks. But that's the challenge, that's the whole point of a challenge, is to put yourself outside your comfort zone, hopefully grow, learn a new skill, push yourself beyond what you can currently do. And I currently can't swim 500 meters, so this is definitely a challenge. Hopefully I get it done. That's good. I chose November. I was going to try December, but ended up booking a holiday, so I don't know exactly where I'll be in December, and if I'll have access to a pool of that size or some sort of body of water that I can actually swim in. And so I switched it around and put it in November because I will be at a sort of single spot for the whole month, and there's kind of like no excuses. I can't be like, oh, I was on a plane and jet lagged and blah blah blah. Alright guys, in December I am challenging myself to do yoga every day. It's like I just said, I'll be going on a holiday, so I will be away for a little bit of the time, but yoga is something you can do kind of anywhere. You can do it in a hotel room, you can do on the side, on the footpath, in a park, whatever. It doesn't really matter where you are or where you're not, you can get it done. You don't need a whole lot of space. You don't need to go to a specific yoga studio or anything like that. I have dabbled in yoga in the past. It'd probably be a good couple of years since I have, so it's definitely going to be something that is going to feel brand new to me because it's going to be a while since I've done it. But look, there's a whole range of things that are good with yoga. Obviously, it's kind of like movement meditation, works on mobility and flexibility, which is always a good thing. Particularly as blokes, we generally kind of prioritize, like I don't know many guys who do yoga. We generally prioritize strength training or going for a run or kicking the footy or something like that. Blokes would much rather do those kind of things than yoga. Obviously there are men who do yoga, there are male yoga instructors, but as a general rule, blokes are generally a little bit more into just like strength training and just like bashing it out, rather than something like yoga, which is a bit more of like a movement flow, a little bit of meditation, peace and calm, all these things. I mean, sounding great. Like, why don't I do yoga more often, honestly? If anyone has any good like beginner yoga tutorials that they know of, send me put a comment in the comment section, let me know. Anyone that I can learn off, or this person's really good for someone who's not that into it. Like I said, I've done it years ago, haven't done it anytime soon, so definitely put me in the beginner section. So if you know anyone that's a good instructor that has like online tutorial classes, things like that, let me know in the comment section, I'll check them out. Alright, and I did say there was a little bit of a bonus. Throughout the year, I've challenged myself to read 24 books. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but I have just mentioned 12 other challenges that I'll be focusing on. That's also in addition to I'm working full time. I'm still going to be working out, I'm still going to be writing, I'm still going to spend time with my wife, still need time for myself, all these kind of things in addition to the challenges that I'm doing. And so as well as that, I'm going to challenge myself to read 24 books in the year. Hopefully I get through them. If you guys have any recommendations, your favorite books that you want me to read, I always my favorite books, I always try and hand to people, especially if they're looking for something to read. Go like, try this one, I love it, I think it's great for reasons X, Y, Z. If you've got any recommendations, throw a comment in the comment section, or maybe I'll check them out. I'll also try and do review videos of books that I'm reading as well. So hopefully they come out sort of once every sort of week and a half, 2 weeks or so when I finish the book, if I stay on track. Whew. It's going to be a big year. Hopefully better than last year, that's for sure. I think we can all agree on that. Look, if you've got any questions, put a comment in the comment section. If this has inspired you to do monthly challenges, you don't even have to, if this is sort of, you're watching this after January, like just do 11 then. Don't kind of write January off and do 11 challenges for the rest of the year. From February onwards, that's fine. Like anything that helps you sort of improve as a human being is a good thing, and I think like top stuff to you. If you want any help, if you want some advice or a little bit more information exactly on what I'm doing, you can throw a comment in the comment section. I'll try and get back to everyone. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, show your support. That's what's going to enable me. Can't talk. That's what's going to enable me to be able to continue making these videos and keep you guys updated on how I'm going throughout the year, particularly with these challenges, but also with everything else that's going on. So like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know you like watching these videos, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.